Okay, you're back with us, and we have this question, no? There will be 60 members in the Bangsa-Moro Parliament, but I'll talk to the two governors here who are veteran politicians. The Bangsa-Moro Parliament shall, 10% will be elected to reserve seats representing the sectors in the Bangsa-Moro. What do you mean by reserve seats?
Reserve seats, that's only known in some other constitutions. Not here. It's unheard of in the Philippine jurisdiction. Reserve seats.
So what do you think could be the reason why the MILF inserted these reserve seats, and who will have the advantage for this?
And to preserve the majority.
For them?
For them, of course.
Okay. Now, next question. Very, very crucial question. Can any political party run in the Bangsa-Moro elections? What is the answer of OPAP? No. Only regional political parties that are fully accredited by the Bangsa-Moro Electoral Office may participate in the parliamentary elections in the Bangsa-Moro. That is in Section 7.
Violation of the Equal Protection Clause again.
Okay. And Article 9 on constitutional commissions. Section 1C, which specifically, and I'll read it, Manong, para we are, sabi nga nila, we are on the button. There shall be a commission of elections appointed by the presidents and confirmed by the CA. Okay. What is the task? Enforce and administer all laws, regulations, etc., to the conduct of an election, plebiscite, initiative, referendum, and recall. 2. Exercise exclusive original jurisdiction over all contests relating to the elections, returns, qualifications of all elective, regional, provincial, and city officials. It can deputize law enforcement, AFP, to ensure free, orderly, honest, peaceful, credible elections. So where does this provision come in?
There is a colatilla there.
Okay.
They're saying that the Commission on Elections on the Bangsa-Moro level should implement the rules of the Commission elections from Manila. There's a colatilla there.
But how come it says those only that are recognized by the Bangsa-Moro Electoral Office?
Yeah, that's the questionable portion.
Because it should be the COMELEC that should be...
It should be the COMELEC that should do the accreditation based on the constitutional provision. But, you know, they're playing with the Constitution.
And why do you think this was again included? To do away with
other political parties.
Which Altila may put up, or which the Sultanate may put up. What do you think is the reason for this?
If Altila puts up a political party, and my friend, they'll be in serious trouble. They will be in serious trouble.
Could that be the reason why? They want to be able to do away with possible political threats?
Yes, so that's very obvious, isn't it?
Because here, I'm just painting the background and the foreground. You have a Bangsa-Moro Electoral Office. Okay. The MNLF Armed Forces, or the MILF Armed Forces, are going to become the Bangsa-Moro Police Force. So,
they're the enforcers.
Maghubo lang silang sanina, no? And they'll be changing the uniforms, no? Okay. Now, what will happen to their weapons? And I'm just going to quote OPAP Teresita Deles when asked about their guns. And you know, there is a new gun law that is very strict, no? Even for legal firearm holders. You have to go to Krame personally and take an examination. OPAP Teresita Deles said, members of the MILF may legalize the small arms in their possession through a registration process. So they have Bangsa-Moro Electoral Office, they are the police force, and they can carry firearms. Who will count? Who will guard the voting?
Who else?
What do you see will be the outcome of the elections?
Well, it's very obvious from these provisions that they want to ensure their stranglehold of Bangsa-Moro for as long as memory permits.
Okay.
And total control, as a matter of fact. Because you know, the provisions involve specifically money.
Okay.
There is so much money involved. The national government has the responsibilities, the Bangsamoro has the benefits.
Okay.
They have defined benefits as defined in many provisions of this proposal.
Governor Altila, there is a question is, who is the wali? Magkakaroon ng wali pala dito, no? There will be a wali. And the answer is, the wali shall be the titular head of the Bangsamoro. As titular head, the wali shall take on only ceremonial functions. The wali shall also be under the supervision of the president. What is that in the context of history and within the culture of the Muslims?
Well, in the old sultanate,
Yes.
you have the sultan, no?
Oh, yes.
Then you have the prime minister or
Okay.
the wazir.
Okay.
Of course, you have the umabitsara, the council.
Yes, yes.
I don't know from what model, has
They got
been
this.
crafted
Yes.
or carved out. I don't know.
That's a new paradigm.
Maybe.
Very new.
Maybe, I don't know.
They have included it. It is in,
Maybe
it is
my
in
younger
the...
brother can get light on that. He's more steeped in the study of this.
I think, I believe they are accepting the half-truth of history. Half-truth of history.
In short, sa Tagalog, hilaw.
Hilaw. Because, for instance, the word chief minister, Eric, is only adaptable to the parliamentary system.
Okay.
So that in a genuine parliamentary system, when a chief minister is there, the Kuala Lumpur government, for instance, taking the parliamentary system of Malaysia, there must be an appointed governor general.
Okay.
Oh, for instance, in the state of Sabah,
Okay.
who is the wali, is the governor general.
Okay.
Now, who is that governor general? In the absence of the Sultan of Sulu in that place, the governor general is appointed as the wali.
Okay.
Now, I say half-truth of history because there seems to be a contradiction now of idea that they wanted to adopt the traditional system, and yet they are applying a modern type of system of governance.
Yes.
By not accepting the presence not only the Sultan of Sulu but the Sultanates of Maguindanao and Lanao.
Okay.
So that if they want a harmonious relationship among the three tribes,
Okay.
this wali can be a fulcrum in establishing good relations to erase whatever difference these three tribes have in the past.
Okay.
So that if kung wali ang i-appoint nila from a person who has no royal blood, then that violates not only the constitution but the tradition of people in the area.
He's a pretender, in short.
Yes.
Well, the model, I think, in the dog's world is the mongrel. Their favorite is the mongrel.
Okay.
Someone who is handsome like that movie star, Lloyd.
Okay.
Lloyd, and whose brains is just like a Mongo.
Mongol.
Mongo. Mongoloid.
Okay. We have another question here, no? What is the relationship between the Sharia and the national justice system? They said that the Sharia law will be only for Muslims. Is that okay for you, that you will be subject to Sharia and that you cannot have remedy to civil courts?
That is very confusing, Eric.
I'm asking this of you because you are the one that will be affected, no?
To me, that is very confusing.
Okay.
There is bewilderment in the making of that provision.
Okay.
In Malaysia, for instance, I do not know exactly what is the law in Malaysia, but
Okay.
Our observation is that applying the Sharia law, meron silang community for the Christian recognized by the Sharia law, provided this kind of yung tradition, hindi dadalhin dito sa dominant Muslim areas. Now, in that instance, kung halimbawa, sinabi niya, this Sharia law is for the Muslim, what about now the Christian and the indigenous people within the Bangsa-Milf framework?
Hindi daw covered. So what is now the relationship between a Muslim, a non-Muslim, and indigenous peoples?
The question,
Which
Eric,
law now?
the question is like this, Eric.
Oh,
If that law applies to that system, now, the question, what about economic benefits of the Bangsamoro areas?
Okay.
Would also it benefit the Christians and the indigenous people?
okay.
That is now the fundamental concerns and questions that the national government has to address. Otherwise, babalik tayo sa zero again.
Okay.
Babalik tayo sa zero again. That's why now, that provision of law is inconsistent with the definition of the Bangsa-Moro people from the time of the conquest of the areas.
Okay. Nabanggit ko kanina yung tungkol sa mga kung sino magiging law enforcement. Meron dito regarding the PNP, no, yung relasyon nila. What is the relationship between the Bangsa-Moro Police and the Philippine National Police, PNP? The answer of OPAP is the Bangsa-Moro Police shall be part of the PNP. Is there, I don't know whether I'm reading something to this, Manong. Part of PNP or under the PNP? Is there a big difference?
Of course, there's a big difference between under and part.
Okay.
When you utilize the word part, you can have a number of definitions.
This is again like an asymmetric relationship?
Yeah, that's it. I hope that the kind of relationship does not come from Diliman. That came from somewhere else.
Because, again, we have here, for example, part of the constitutional provisions, no? Section 16, Section 6. I mean, Article 16, Section 6. Section 6 says, the state shall establish and maintain one police force. Okay. That to be administered and controlled by a National Police Commission. So, in this case, who controls the Bangsa-Moro Police?
Well, when I read the provisions here earlier and the other day, it would seem from the phraseology of the basic law that the one who would be controlling the police force is not the Philippine National Police.
Okay.
It would be the Bangsa-Moro Police Force. That's they have violated not just the Constitution, but the ordinary requirement of law. The law should be understood by everybody, not confuse everybody, which is the case here.
Okay. Very quickly, what you mentioned, Governor Altila, no? What are the zones of joint cooperation? Is it part of the Bangsa-Moro territory? They talk of a Sulusi and a Moro Gulf. Is there such a thing as a Moro Gulf?
Yes, there
Yes,
is.
we have.
So, mapapalitan ba yung yung Sulusi?
Yung Sulusi.
Mapapalitan talaga?
Well, in the proposal, I
Yeah,
think, it will not be
it will be
Bangsa-Moro Sea.
Sea.
Okay. Question. After the creation of the Bangsa-Moro, can an interested local government unit still join the region? After the creation of the Bangsa-Moro, any contiguous local government unit or geographic area outside the Bangsa-Moro may be, by a verified petition filed by at least 10% of its registrants, ask for its inclusion. This is an open-ended...
Yeah, that's taken from the phrase self-determination of people.
Yes.
Okay.
Meaning, which is just an inch away from becoming indisputably a separate country. Because if we examine this, Eric, the provisions, all the powers of government are with Bangsa-Moro. Stripping, as a matter of fact, in certain areas, the national government.
If you talk about self-determination as the principal reason why we're all doing this, where is the self-determination for the ancestral domain of the Tausugs, which is Sabah, in this entire
Process.
process? Where is it? Wala.
Wala.
Are you being heard, Tausug Nation? Si Governor Alta.
Al is very, very careful.
I'm here in my capacity as myself.
Okay.
Yes, I have only my opinion.
Okay.
Because the Sultanate of Sulu and North Borneo go through a process which we call Islamic consultation.
Yes.
Which is different from the Christian way.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And what they are doing is different from what we are doing.
Okay.
And the Sultan will have to undertake this with the Roma Bichara. You know that, no? Having said that, hindi pwede yun.
Hindi kayo sinama, no? You're not
Hindi
included
pwede.
in